Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. Hope you got through the weekend fairly unscathed by the clutches of the diet devil. I hope you've escaped the talons and clutches of that evil one. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Joni. Hey, everybody. All right, let me get started. We've already got some questions coming in. I'll get right with you, Karen. Hello, everybody. My name's Travis. I've lost more than 100 pounds on the program, come off all prescription medications. Program's changed my life, and it'll change yours too. Tens of thousands of other people have also joined us and have lost weight and are living their truth, their highest and best selves. And we hope that you'll be in that number very, very soon. All you have to do is decide, do, and it is done. So welcome, everybody. We've got a few new people here, mostly experienced members. It's very important that you go through Fast Track, that you earn that Fast Track badge. There's a few things that ensure our success. And those of you that have been coming to class for a long time, a lot of years, you've heard me say it over and over and over to the point where you probably want to regurgitate every time I say it, but it still holds true, just like it did 20 years ago when I started the program. If you want to be successful, you need to go through the Fast Track course and earn the Fast Track badge. You need to journal, and you need to attend live classes as often as you can, instead of watching Netflix. It's so important that we are amongst like-minded people trying to accomplish the same thing. Because when you leave here, probably there's not that many people surrounding you trying to help you with your mindset, trying to help you lose weight. In fact, 2/3 of our nation right now fall in one of three categories: overweight, obese, or morbidly obese. So you're not, when you leave these classes, you're not really numbered amongst people who are really trying to lose weight, other than temporary. You know, we're not here to diet. The first three letters of the word diet spell what? Sorry, got an issue here. Hold on. First three letters of the word diet spell die. Anything we start with and can't stay with forever is a waste of our time. In fact, one of the number one questions that we get asked is, will I gain my weight back when I quit using your program? Yes, of course you will. If you quit, if you go get weight loss surgery, if you get your digestive system altered surgically, you can still gain the weight back if you don't adopt healthy lifestyle habits. There's not a free ride in life. You know, look, everything every day that we do has a consequence. If you're trying to live a healthier life, there's a consequence. You cannot eat what you want, when you want, as much as you want, every day, all day. That's a consequence of trying to live a healthy lifestyle. There's a consequence to eating what you want, when you want, as much as you want, as often as you want. That consequence varies from some prescription medications to you can't even get on an amusement park ride. So there's all kinds of consequences. No matter the decisions we make, we're not in heaven yet. Okay, we got news for you. Here in the physical body, we kind of got pushed out of the Garden of Eden. We ain't walking around naked in the cool of the day no more with no problems because of our sin. So listen, I don't want to have a preaching sermon here today. I'm just trying to tell you, you got to earn the Fast Track badge, and it's easy to do. And you've got to attend live class occasionally, and you've got to journal. You've got to journal. If you're not doing those things, you're not going to be successful. You're just not going to. That's fine by me. I love you the same. Doesn't matter to me if you're big, small, whatever. I just want you to be happy. If somebody's overweight and they're around me and they're happy, man, it's awesome. I'm happy too. You're beautiful to me. But if in your own psychology, in your own inner man or woman, you just aren't satisfied with yourself and you bring that into my stratosphere and I love you where you are, but you don't love yourself. By the way, I know I'm going off on a tangent. I'll just go with it for a minute and then I'll get back on track. How many of y'all have been around people that's miserable with their job? And all they do is talk about how their job sucks. Has anybody been around that kind of person? And they go on and on and on. Not one day, not a bad day. They go on and on. It's every day. You're trapped in their stratosphere, and all they do is bash their job, bash their job, bash their job. And you're just thinking, why not just quit? Life is too short. And you just quit. Go do something else. There's something else to do. Life isn't all about money. You'll be all right. So just quit. Same thing. Have you ever heard anybody bash their spouse behind their back over and over and over again? You think they got a pretty good spouse, but they're bashing all the time, bashing and bashing and bashing. You're like, oh my gosh. That's how it is with weight loss. You may even be doing it and not know it. That's what started my journey. I literally, we'll get on track in a minute. Bear with me. I say all the questions. My first wife, she did her best. She would make the roni. She put me on the roni diet, beef roni, macaroni, rice roni, tuna helper. I was sorry as gully dirt back then. I didn't know how to cook. So I just ate what was put in front of me. The ronis, rice roni, tuna helper, beef helper, all that kind of stuff. And the fat bus going crazy. Then my mom would call and say, hey, why don't you sneak up here? We got some fried okra, some fried chicken. And you know what I'd do? I'd sneak up there and I'd eat all that. And then I would whine and I would complain. I would constantly complain about my weight, about the medications I was on. My dad's kind of quiet. He doesn't say a lot. He's a little intimidating. And I'll never forget being up there one day going on and on and on about all my problems that were due to me being overweight. My dad looked at me and he said, quit bringing that to my home. If you're not satisfied, we love you how you are. But if you can't love yourself, do something about it. But don't come up here and bring all that gunk in my house. How many of us are doing that now? We don't even know it. I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware I was doing that. Bringing down the people that I love, all because I was straddling the fence, living a lukewarm life. I didn't realize that I was constantly being negative about my weight and about the blood pressure and the acid reflux and the high cholesterol and bashing my doctor because he didn't solve the problem for me. That's all I talked about. And my dad was fed up and he said, just get out of my house. Hurt my feelings, but it was the beginning of me changing. I realized that's not who I want to be. I have the power to change this. So you've got the power to change. Do you want to change or not? It's that simple. I tell you, do y'all agree with me? I only get angry. I'm a very patient man. I only get angry with members who they won't decide. It's like every day you got to talk them into the program. Every day. And it's okay it's okay when they go, I'm just not ready right now, Travis. Oh, I love you. Okay, we'll be here. Very inexpensive, and that's why we're inexpensive. It's not the right time in your life. Come back later. You're a member of our family. Come back when you're ready. Go on a sabbatical and do your thing, have some more food, whatever. We'll be here. I love those people. They're not grieving me anymore. And then I love those people that go, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to lock it down and I'm going to rip off the knob, the fat burning knob. And I'm going to do it. And you watch them and man, it's just something wells up in me, a sense of just happiness and joy for that person. They're getting better. I'm not saying they never have a problem. They never say, I'm struggling today. That's okay. But those people that drive me crazy, it's like you got to talk them into it, not even every day, but every other hour. At some point, decide, do, and it's done. And I've got people, is this okay today, y'all? Do you understand that I love you? I'm not trying to be mean. Sometimes I watch this stuff back and I'm like, I was a little rough today, and I didn't mean to be. I've got people here in this session today that still have not earned their fast track badge. But God bless your heart, during the week, I might spend 2 hours just through text communication with you because you won't go through fast track. You could have already went through fast track. You could have already done it 3 or 4 times for just the amount of time I'm trying to talk you into it every week. Blows my gourd. So look, it's real easy what we need to do here. Now, I know, I get it. We got some rebels. We've got some rebels here. We've got some rebels. I hear from some of you. I'm just a rebel, Brother Travis. I'm a rebel. If you tell me to do it, I'm not going to do it. Now try to talk me into it. But if you tell me what to do, I'm not going to do it. When you tell me to watch them fast track videos, it just makes me mad, and I'm kind of a rebel, and I just don't do it. We'll see how big a rebel you are when you're laying in your hospital bed and you can't get up prematurely. Let's see how big a rebel you are then. You can be submissive now, or you can be submissive then. Up to you. It's up to you. Carolyn, I will move on when I'm ready. I'll move on. Carolyn said, move on. I'm going to move on when I'm ready. Okay? I do these every single day, Monday through Friday. And sometimes I know what people need, and you may not need it today, but I'll move on when I'm ready. All right? Everybody get it? There's an exit button over there. There's an exit button, and you can go. I'm not talking to Carolyn. I'm talking to anybody that says, I get this every Monday through Friday. Move on. I'll move on when I'm good and ready. That's why I don't charge $1,000, so that I can speak from the heart. I can tell you what you need to hear. And this is a group. This is a group of people, okay? Now, I know somebody's going to get mad at me for saying I'll move on when I'm getting ready, but you don't want to tell me to move on. I'll move on when I'm ready. All right, so does everybody see this? There's a lot of people here. We do these things every day. This is not meant to be a social gathering. It's fine to socialize and it's fine to gather, but it's Monday. And we need to make some progress today. We need to make some progress this week. We didn't come here to have a social gathering. We come here to get motivated, to get fired up, to get our back against the wall and to come out swinging. That's what we come here to do. We come here to learn a few things. And it takes a lot. It's going to take more than a meal plan. It's going to take more than you learning about essential amino acids. It's going to take you burning it down, baby. You're going to have to burn it down to the chief cornerstone and start over, because you built upon the wrong foundation. We've got to build upon a foundation of faith and self-care. It's my class. It's my class. I might just quit now. My class. So look, here's the thing. Here's where you go. You go dashboard. Dashboard. Look, dashboard. Was that difficult to do? Was that difficult to do, to click dashboard? Nope. See this button here? Fast track. There's the fast track button. Was that difficult to do? Then you have these laps. Anybody been through these laps? How long does it take to go through these little laps and learn to navigate the website? It doesn't take long, does it? And we got 7 of those laps. Now, Travis, I don't like your attitude and you've made me really angry and it makes me not want to do this now. You weren't going to do it anyway. You weren't going to do it anyway. The people that come to these classes and tell me to move it, move it, move it, I've helped 200,000 people plus in the name of Jesus to my best weak ability. And I'll tell you one thing that people that tell me to move it on have in common. They not here very long anyway. Can I get an amen? I'm not trying to be Weight Watchers. I'm not trying to be Jenny Credit. I'm trying to save lives. So you've got these 7 laps here. And if you've not done this, and you might even need to do it once a year. You might even need to do it once a year until you learn it by osmosis and you see the category numbers floating over the food on your plate. You've got to know it inside and out. And here's the thing. I know that saying, give somebody a fish and they'll eat for a day. But if you teach them to fish, they'll eat for a lifetime. The people that do good on the program, they understand not only what they're eating, not only the food combinations, but how those food combinations break down in the individual's body. They know what chemical reactions take place inside the body when they put these foods together. When you have that type of understanding of food, you will make better decisions. You with me? So I want to know, I promise I won't yell. These 7 laps and the videos and earning the fast track badge. I'm not going to yell. Do I have anyone, I won't make you feel bad. Do I have anyone here today that has not earned their fast track badge? And by the way, I'm here for people that want to be here. That's who I'm here for. Anybody have not earned, I'm not going to yell. I want to help you right now. If you'll be honest. Okay, great. Now we got some folks. We've got Stacy. Stacy, good job. Good job. Stacy's courageous. Stacy Lane. Terry Boyd. Do we have any others? Joni, could you take these names down for me? Stacy Lane. Terry Boyd. Anybody else? Good morning, Sharon. Good morning. Tina Young. Shirley. Got Shirley. So we're going to take your names down. How many people here that haven't earned their fast track badge? You don't have to answer this in the thread. You're busy. It makes you extremely difficult for you to find the time. I get it. But if your life depended on it, you could commit 30 to 40 minutes a day this week to learning the fast track stuff. Now, those of you that haven't earned it, I'm going to challenge you. Will you agree that before Sunday you will earn your fast track badge? Will you do that? Will you let this group pray for you, hold you accountable? And will you earn that fast track badge? You're going to do it. You're going to do it. Sometimes, look, we just need that nudge. We need somebody to pull us, need somebody to push us. That person pushes and pulls, they're at great risk for losing your love and affection. That'd be me. But if I don't push and pull and I just sit here and, I'm afraid to upset you, are you going to be successful? And to the person, you know who you are, I can't mention your name, that direct messaged me, I did not mean to offend you. I wasn't trying to offend you. I'm trying to help you. There are other programs that you can go pay big money to, and they will do what you tell them to do. You could go do that with we'll be buddies, we'll be friends. You can go to them and tell them what to do, but most of them aren't, they're not really helping people with fixing what's broken on the inside. To fix what's broken on the inside, do most of y'all know that the reason I got here in this place and you got here in this place, something was broken on the inside that caused us to eat food past the point of fullness way too often, to deal with stress, anxiety, boredom, anger, things that come, childhood trauma. Yes, that's a thing. When people say, oh, that's so silly. Childhood trauma did not cause you to become overweight. You're blaming your problems. No, I'm not that person. Childhood trauma does affect your addictions. You have to tear all that down. You have to understand why you're doing the thing that you're doing before you can correct it. And I really believe that we've got to be different than Weight Watchers or peddling supplements. We got to really get people to think. And you know how you get them to think? You make them laugh, you make them cry, or you make them angry. The truth will set you free, but it'll piss you off first. Sorry, I'm just being honest today. I spent all weekend brokenhearted for people. Brokenhearted. Running around like a squirrel trying to get across the road. I literally run all weekend. Oh, this person's going to quit. Let me help them. All weekend I did that. And they all had a couple of things in common. They won't watch the fast track videos, or they won't journal, or they won't come to class. Can't help anybody like that. That's called stubborn. Do I have any people believe in Jesus? I'm going to get to the questions. Boy, y'all are after me today. Yes, I'm going to answer nutrition questions. When have I not? I have literally did hundreds of these now since last year. When do I not answer your nutrition questions? Oh my gosh, y'all are killing me today. How many of you believe in Jesus? How many of you believe that Jesus seeks true worshipers? How many of you believe when you draw nigh to God that God will draw nigh to you, even answering your prayers? Well, let's find out. Let's find out if you really believe that. Romans 12:1. I appeal to you, therefore, brothers. What am I doing today? Am I appealing to you, brothers and sisters? Am I appealing to you? I appeal to you, therefore, brothers and sisters, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, meaning you're dead to your food addiction. Somebody should shout right now instead of getting mad and telling me to move on. Present your body a living sacrifice. You are Big Travis, 300-pound Travis, is dead. And he ain't coming back. Now I'm a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your, what does that say? Which is your what? Which is your spiritual worship. So we can get it in our mind that worshiping God is going to church on Sunday. It's a good start. Going to church on Sunday, getting in the choir and singing Amazing Grace, and I'll fly away. I'm worshiping. I would beg to differ, but I'm already in trouble in this class. That's where I go to get in the right state of mind to worship my God. God is not a golden retriever and doesn't need me to stroke God's ego as a form of worship. Worship in that form, singing and praising God, helps me get in the right state of mind. And it's worship, I get that. But it helps me. It's a meaningless worship if you don't leave there and do something with it. So I leave there and now I can worship. What did we just read? Presenting our bodies a living sacrifice is spiritual worship. In other words, you are not your own. You were bought with a price, the supreme price. So on Monday, is it a type of spiritual worship for me to get up and say, I want to do it this way, but I'm going to submit and I'm going to do it your way, God. My intentions in my heart today is to draw nigh to you by eating breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, and dinner for the Holy Spirit. This is my spiritual worship today as I come to you and I pray and I present my body a living sacrifice. And then I trust in my heart that God's going to bless me because he said he would. It's time. I'm going to answer questions now for those of you that didn't get too mad. Those of you that got too mad and left, I'm sorry. Karen, how would you journal ghee butter? How would you journal ghee butter? So I only use ghee butter to cook. So if a recipe is calling for a fat, then I'm using either MCT oil, coconut oil, or ghee. So I'm just typing in an approved recipe. If I'm trying to have to think why you would need to journal ghee, because for me, that's always a part of a recipe. But if it's something that you had, maybe you had crab legs dipped in ghee butter. So in that case, I would type in category 7 crab legs with some ghee butter. Ghee's just a approved cooking fat. It's not in a category by itself. If you really wanted to categorize it, it wouldn't be how the program does it, but it would fit closest to a category 4. But you see, there's no protein in ghee. Category 4s have protein. So it's just an approved cooking fat. Ghee approved cooking fat. Jerry Ann, what is the Mighty Muffin combo you spoke of that contained the stevia sweetened chocolate chips and halo top? I count this as a perfect pairing. It's a meal episode because I went over 200 calories, but it is delicious. So it's like my mock. Has anybody been to Red Lobster and had a fudge overboard? It's like a mock approved fudge overboard. I get the double chocolate one. The type of Mighty Muffin doesn't matter, but I get the double chocolate one, and I put in just a teaspoon to a tablespoon of sugar-free chocolate chips, mix all that together, nuke it for 55 seconds, and then I take some vanilla Halo Top ice cream or Carb Smart vanilla ice cream, and I put maybe a quarter cup on top of it, and boy, it's a great approved meal. Now, how could I get away with that? Some of y'all, I forgot April's bail. April, thank you for the bail. I got it downstairs. I meant to bring it up here. I'll have it up here tomorrow. That was so sweet. Made our day. Ding, 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 ding. So one of the ways that you can make that work is if you want to have it as dessert. Watch this, everybody, how you can manipulate the program. How many eating episodes for optimal results can you have a day? For optimal. 3. You can have up to 3 eating episodes a day for optimal results. You could have a 4th and even more with freebies, but it would be non-optimal results. Up to 3 would be optimal. So could I do this and be optimal? Watch this. So I'm going to get up in the morning and have me a Spark or a Happy Juice. I'm going to skip breakfast, have a Spark or a Happy Juice. Then for lunch, I'm going to keep it real light because I know what I'm doing for dinner. I'm going to have kettle and fire bone broth. And then for dinner, I'm going to have a portion control bowl of Travis approved spaghetti. How many eating episodes have I had up to that point? I've only had 2. So for dessert, I won't get the same results, but it's okay. I'll still get results, and I really want my mock fudge overboard. So for dessert, could I have a chocolate Mighty Muffin, sugar-free chocolate chips, and some approved ice cream? Wow, somebody say, wow, I love Shibboleth. I love it. That made me hungry. Do you count Spark as a meal replacement? I do not. It is a beverage or a freebie, however you want to count it. If you start working out with a trainer, will it stop your weight loss? It depends on how much you're eating. So let's recap again. A lot of trainers, when you go to them, not you, but I'm bad about saying you, and I don't mean you. Like the person I upset earlier, I don't mean you. I'm just talking. I don't mean it. I slip, okay? I handled that earlier wrong. I shouldn't have done that. It just popped out, and I apologize. Probably lost a member over that. But anyway, that's how it is. So I'm human. I talk a lot, so I'm going to mess up a lot. So when I say you, I'm not talking about Sharon, okay? So if you start working out with a trainer, I know a lot of people that they go to a trainer, they're feeling better. See if this has ever happened to you. You're feeling better, you go to a trainer, and your energy levels are lagging because you're in a calorie deficit and now you're lifting and pushing weights. And you tell the trainer, I just don't have any energy. And then you tell the trainer what you're eating on Shibboleth, and they say, you're not eating enough. Has that happened to anybody? I'm talking about people who have not reached their goal. Once you've reached your goal, you do need to eat more if you're working out. But when you're trying to lose weight, we don't want to go and burn the calories off and put them back in. So that happens a lot. So that is just what a person wants to hear that deals with food addiction, is that they can go eat more. So then they go and their workout sessions, they think that they're really killing it because they're exhausted, but they may have only burned 200 calories during the workout. Now the trainer, not knowing the person, is saying, yeah, you need to eat more and you'll have more energy in the gym. So that's exactly what they want to hear. And after all, I just worked out. I need a reward. I need more energy. And before you know it, you've gained all your weight back. So that if you are listening to someone who's telling you to eat more, your weight loss will stop, or you will gain weight. Going to the gym and eating like I espouse eating will not stop your weight loss. If you're going to the gym and your weight loss temporarily plateaus, it's not that you're not losing fat. It's that you have micro tears in your muscles that are being protected by fluid retention. When we begin to work out a deconditioned body, we create little micro fissures in the muscle. And in order for them to protect themselves and heal, they will pull in extra water retention, and it's temporary. Once your body becomes conditioned, that won't happen as pronounced. So I don't know without looking at your journal, Sharon. If I looked at your journal, I would know. If you're really sore and you're still in a calorie deficit and controlling insulin, you're just really sore, it's fluid retention. Now, if you started eating more because you feel you need the extra energy, that's not a bad thing. It's just that your weight loss will stop or you'll begin to gain muscle and fat. Okay? You cannot, they lie. They all lie, not even on purpose. You cannot build muscle and lose fat simultaneously. Doesn't work that way. Tina, I have gotten the hemp bars. Is there any tips on how to get the benefits from eating these? And this may be a ridiculous question, but I should be concerned about having to pass any kind of drug test. I'm sorry to ask, but I drive a school bus. If you're asking, is there a way to get the benefits benefit of hemp hearts without eating them, how to get the benefit from eating these. So hemp bars, I have there's two ways. With the homemade hemp bars, 1/3 of one hemp bar is an amazing Shibboleth approved meal. 1/3 of one hemp bar. 1/4 of one hemp bar is an amazing approved snack with all kind of benefits. But there is a wow challenge. I don't remember the name. Maybe Joni can look it up for us. But it's the entire hemp bar. You can have up to 3/4 to all of the hemp bar in one day. It's a quirky, weird challenge that will help you lose weight and help you maintain regularity that you can't do every day. I've done them 4 or 5 days in a row and did great with them, but it gets kind of boring. But that's the ways to eat the hemp bar. 1/3 of a hemp bar whenever you want an approved meal, preferably before 4 p.m. So it makes a great lunch if that's what you're asking. I lost the question. I think it was Tammy deleted. What was it? You're a bus driver and drug testing. So drug testing, you're not going to run into a problem with hemp hearts. Now, if you or someone fails a drug test and they claim it was because they were eating hemp hearts, they've been smoking a little wacky weed and trying to blame it on the hemp bars. The hemp bars don't have any THC in them. How do I journal wedding cake on a holiday? You write in wedding cake, not approved, and mark it a holiday. Have COVID since Friday. Sorry to hear about that, Teresa. No taste, totally no appetite. Did that myself. No taste for like 6 months. Couldn't smell either. It's awful. Prayers for you. Been journaling IMF, drinking 64 ounces of water. Would this be correct? Yeah. I mean, you're fasting. You're fasting. If you do eat, I would suggest maybe some high protein soup to maintain your muscle. The Health-Wise high protein soup when you're sick is exceptional because you got the protein in there to help you preserve muscle so you don't muscle waste. Laura, if I do a liver cleanse, that I eat Epsom salts and 1 cup of olive oil with fresh squeezed grapefruit, if I do a liver cleanse and I eat Epsom salts and a cup of olive oil, I would never do that. So I'm going to leave that up to you and your doctor. God bless you. For me, that's a terrible idea. For me, not for you. I mean, your doctor may have told you to do that. You may have found it in a blog. I'm not doing any olive oil with grapefruit. That's if I'm trying to lose weight. For me, not criticizing your move forward there. I would never do that. Here's where you have to decide if you're doing my program or you're doing yours. You can use the journal, and in the journal you could put all that in there and you could say perfect per Laura. That's the great thing about being adults is that we get to choose what our perfect day is. But once things start going sideways, then I'm going to try to bring you back to my perfect day. Okay. It's just not something I would be doing, but I respect what you're doing. I'm eating most days 2 meals, so if I need something after my workout, I will have a shake, but so far I haven't had to eat more. Perfect. If you're trying to lose weight, doing a great job, make sure you get the protein in to preserve muscle. All right, I think I caught all those up. Let me come back over here and look. Deborah says, I drove the bus for 20 years, ate hemp, never failed a drug test. You won't. I've had one person blame it on us, and it did come out. Thankfully, it terrified me. They lost their job at Shaw Industries, and it terrified me. I felt horrible. I made calls for days. I thought we're done because come to find out, one of their relatives who also did our program told on them and told me not to worry about it, that they potheads. What are you going to do? What about doing 1/2 ounce of olive oil, pinch of cayenne pepper, 1/2 ounce of lime juice to help with kidneys and energy? Just not something I would do, but y'all could go for it. Yeah, if you replace the olive oil with MCT, I'd be down with that because you didn't have any grapefruit. The cayenne's going to help you burn fat, help cleanse. The lime juice help burn fat, help cleanse, and then you add MCT. That's not that bad little elixir you got there, Kim. Give that a shot. Yeah, now I agree with that, Tina. Tina, you do have to be careful because let me read Tina's thing. This is good for everybody to know here. I wasn't sure because they say to be careful with any of the CBD oils. I have been driving a bus for 15 years, never had any issues. So you do bring up a wise point. You do have to be careful with supplements because a lot of the CBD oils on the market, they're useless by themselves. So they do get laced sometimes with THC. They literally do get laced with it to make the product more impactful so that people will continue to buy it, because it does have a little bit of the psychoactive effect that way that makes them feel good, just a smidge. It's called microdosing. There's a trend going on right now where a lot of the CBD oils are being used to help microdose THC. And, you know, obviously if somebody's selling pure CBD oil, somebody else is selling some that's laced with a little THC, which one are you going to feel? That's again, y'all, that's why I will not come on here and talk about all kinds of supplements anymore. I only talk about the ones that have strict safety protocols and standards and testing, because I don't want somebody losing their job. A lot of your supplement fat burners these days are literally laced with anabolic steroids. Because why? Why would they lace it with anabolics? Because you'll get a little more kick from it and you're going to keep buying it as opposed to one that don't have that extra kick. You must be careful. This is well known. It's a dirty little secret of the industry I'm in. You must be careful. That's why I only talk about Thorne, Advocare. I wouldn't talk about anything but Advocare if it were up to me. But I don't want people thinking you got to buy from me, so I'll talk about Thorne. Thorne is fantastic. I'll talk about Onnit. I'll talk about Beverly because I know them and they're fantastic. And ours, our own. We're proud of our own too. We don't carry much by way of our own line. Anybody else? Any other questions? My pleasure. My pleasure. I enjoy it. I'm having trouble with my bowels. What to do to help me go to the bathroom? Well, if you haven't been to the bathroom in 3 days, you need a doctor. Clinical constipation is defined as no poopy in 3 days. You've not had any poopy in 3 days, it's probably no big deal, but you do need to go to your doctor to make sure it's not a big deal. Okay, that's first. For poopy here, most of you are probably like me. I like at least one poopy a day. Anybody else like one poopy a day? I like one good poopy a day. Yep. I don't like little pebble poops. No, I hate pebble poops. I'd rather have one good poopy every other day than little pebble poops. I hate pebble poops. One good, one of them you're proud of, where you have a glory hallelujah moment on the throne. You know what I mean? It's like, woo, this is awesome. So, PSP is the way forward here. PSP. P, how do we pee? We hydrate. That has a lot to do with us pooping, staying hydrated. If you're dehydrated, then your bowels will not work as efficiently and as effectively. It takes longer to digest your food if you're not properly hydrated. Did anybody know about that? Anybody know that? Didn't know that? Dehydration causes constipation. That's why we go PSP, pee, sweat, poop. Next, sweat. Most constipation in our group is due to a sedentary lifestyle. You got to move it. to push it out. Move it, move it, move it to push it out. Everybody good with that? Got to move. Walking, brisk walking, a rebounder, exercise in general. How many of you literally have been stopped up? Hey, I'm from you, Harley. This is just common sense stuff. And we need more of that in our weight loss and wellness efforts. How many of you been moving around and you hadn't moved, or you go swimming or something? You go swimming, you're working the whole body, and all of a sudden you got to poop so bad you're afraid the turd's going to float up to the top of Alatuna Lake. Does that ever happen? You've been stopped up for a while, and then you start swimming and moving, and then the next thing you know, the water's massaging your muscles in your belly, and you go, oh, I got to poop. You want to just kind of pull the bathing suit to the side and let the turd come to the top. Anybody ever done that? Happens. Move it. You've got to move. You've got to move. Movement, pee, hydration, sweat, movement, and poop. So what I would suggest, if you're not getting in ample amounts of fiber or eating too much starch, sugar and starch causes constipation. So what I would do if I was constipated, PS, and then the last P part, poop, I would have an AdvoCare fiber packet once a day, AdvoCare fiber packet, probiotics, and the herbal tablets that come in the AdvoCare cleanse kit. That works for me every time. I would do that. Bio coffee. One serving of bio coffee is a half a snack. That will help with regularity. Replacing meat in some of the meals with hemp hearts will help with regularity. Happy juice, if you don't overdo it. If you have too much happy juice, it causes constipation, but one a day will help with your bowel movements. But mainly the AdvoCare cleanse kit, until you get back regular. And those of you looking for a quick fix that you can find at your local grocery store, Prunalax. Prunalax can be helpful. But again, I'm not a doctor. This is for entertainment value only. Entertainment value only. Everybody hear me? In case somebody comes after me here. Yeah. Entertainment value only. Yeah. You need to talk to your doctor. It works for me, may not work for you. Charlotte, to tone up, not really needing to lose more, just tone up. Simple exercises with regular Shibboleth eating will work. Is that correct? Yes, I would do, if you're a partner, the partner exercises. I can't remember if you're a partner, Charlotte. There's an exercise library for everybody. And then there's the partner, partner exercises, body weight movements. Those are the ones I would start with. That's all anybody ever needs to get in fantastic condition. Walking in the partner exercise group. TMI, but later in the week, I have to have a colonoscopy, so I have to do that yucky prep. Ugh, I hate those. How do I count this in my journal? The prep in general is not a holiday, so you would just write that in that you did the prep. Try to stick with Shibboleth approved foods. If you're eating stuff off plan, I would just mark it a holiday. Magnesium phosphate will work, Teresa. Yeah. Teresa says try magnesium phosphate. Yes, that will try. That will work. Sometimes can cause loose stools, though. I want my stools nice and firm, you know, about that size. If you log your exercises in the partner section, do they transfer over to your journal? Great question, April. Joni, could you write that down? And we'll have to check on that. I don't know when we finish that feature, if we had it automatically go to the journal. Joni, could you write that down and send it to me in a Gmail so I can check with, because that needs to be done if it's not. I don't know. I love the partner exercises, though. I love them because they're progressive. They're progressive. You start where you are, and if you follow the protocol, you'll get stronger and stronger. You'll be amazed at how many more push-ups and squats and sit-ups you can do in only a month. You'll be amazed if you use the partner system. For those of you that don't know, say push-ups, you start with a max test. You do a max test of push-ups, and then it knows how to give you the workout that you need. So the workout that you need, then let's say that I could do 12 push-ups. Then my first workout, it'll say, want you to do 2 and then rest, then do 3 and rest, then go back to 2 and rest. And you'll do a workout like that. And every workout will go up on the rep sum. It's no time until you're repping out 30, 40 at a time. So the partner progressive system, fantastic to get in shape. Do we order the AdvoCare from the Shibboleth website? No, they don't let us do that. You have to order it through AdvoCare. If you tell us what you're looking for, we can give you a direct link, or you can go peruse the AdvoCare store. If you want to support us, you can go through this link. If you go through that link, it supports us, blowtorchfat.com. Yeah, April, the partner, let me see if I've got up the right dummy account here. Hold on. We've got all kind of testing accounts, and it's not in all of my, hold on, let me show you how that works. I love it. It's really, really a big help if I'm in the right account. I needed that up, and somebody needs to come get me organized. I bet Tammy and Johnny wish they were sitting in the office with me, because they'd fix me. So I'm gonna go to dashboard. Yeah, here's partner. I'm clicking partner and partner workouts. So, I'm still in the person's account that sorry about that. The person's account that I showed the journal to the other day. So here I go to say, for example, push-ups, and I begin my max test. I'm unfortunately in her account. I'm sorry about this. I hope she doesn't get mad. So I put in 5. Let's say I did 5. It was all I could do to do 5. I can do more than that. Let's do 10. I can do 10. I create. And then the next time I go back into push-ups, workout number 1. Today I'm doing 3 and resting, 4 and resting, 3 and resting, 3 and resting, 4 and resting. And then I complete it. And then the next time I come to do a workout the next day and I click it, it'll be workout number 2. And it'll be just a few more reps. And you get stronger and stronger that way. You'll be amazed. If you'll do it, you'll be amazed. Having extremely dry skin, even though I'm drinking 96 ounces of water, so dry that skin is cracking down from ends of fingernails. Am I missing a supplement? Vonda, quick questions for you, Vonda. Are you doing Happy Juice? Just a quick yes or no, and I'll give you my opinion. Okay, good. The reason I asked that, if you overdo it with Happy Juice, it'll dry you out. So for those of you that are doing Happy Juice, that's something that Sasha and I have discovered. We OD on that stuff. You shouldn't do what we do. Do as we say, not as we do. But it will really dry you out. If you have oily skin, you'll see improvement in your skin. But if you already have dry skin, it'll really dry you out if you're going above the recommended daily servings. That's why I threw that in there. That was my first jump too. So Vonda, I would consider bone broth. More bone broth. I would consider more ghee butter, cooking with ghee butter. Like if you're doing MCT now, go to ghee, G-H-E-E, ghee butter, bone broth, stay hydrated, sounds like you are, and AdvoCare hair, skin, and nails. Their glow system would be the end cap there, their glow system. Yeah, bone broth, cooking in ghee butter, and the glow system. but I would start with replacing MCT with ghee butter. Anybody else? Now, the MCT is not drying her out, everybody. I'm just saying, if your skin gets too dry from what you eat, hemp hearts help too. Hemp hearts, anything that's got good fats in it is going to help with that. Anything with good fats that you don't overdo, though. You don't want to overdo it and gain weight just because we want less dry skin. But in the right portion, ghee butter, healthy fats, kettle and fire, hemp hearts, these things will help improve dry skin condition. Tammy's on it today. Thank you, Tammy. Anybody else? Any other questions or comments today? All hearts and minds cleared. Everybody get something out of this today. Sorry for the 2 people I offended. You just hit me right at the beginning of class, and I owe you an apology. I didn't mean to seem like I was attacking you. I'm sorry. Awesome. Joni says she did test the partner exercises, and they do show up in the journal. I thought we had dealt with that, but I couldn't remember. I don't want to yell at y'all, but some people don't know that I'm just half cutting up at their expense. I blew it. I'll suffer over that today. I should have ignored the comment instead of regurgitating. I am sorry. Anybody else? Thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right, everybody. We appreciate you. We'll have class, Lord willing, this week, every day at 10:30. We're still trying to work on an internal restructure and reopen enrollment. We'll let you all know as soon as we've got that ready. All right, everybody. God bless, and we'll talk to you again soon. Have a good one.